Hello everybody. Since I was actively posting photos with students, colleagues and or selfies every Monday on social media, many of friends ask me, what is it all about? Some had even misunderstood what wrinkles I'm talking about. Therefore, I'm posting this video, sort of my take on this movement, which is called as WAH, Wrinkles Acche Hai. This is initiated by Solar Man of India, Dr. Chetan Solanki. Firstly, in this video, we will have a look at crucial statistics about the emission of carbon dioxide, and in later part, we will try to understand what is the unit of electricity, what is the carbon dioxide emission associated with it, and after that we'll come to NWAH, that is WA movement initiated by Dr. Chetan Solanki, and in the end we'll briefly touch upon energy literacy training course. So here we go. Let us first understand what exactly we mean by avoiding 200 grams of CO2 by using non-iron clothes, and how does this 200 grams arises at, and in increasing global emission of carbon dioxide, what this 200 grams really mean. These 200 grams of CO2 possibly you must be reading on certain social media posts by different people who are contributing to it. So coming to the first point, how much carbon dioxide is being emitted? As per the reports, in 2023, around 37 billion metric ton, I am repeating, it is 37 billion metric ton of CO2 was emitted in year 2023. Now, let us try to understand how big is this number. First of all, the number is 37 billion metric ton. That is 37 billion means 37 billion means 37 9 zeros on that, and it's a metric ton 3 more zeros. So in brief we can say that it is just 37,000 billion kilograms. If we divide this number by 365 days and also the population of the world and do the quick calculation, it would lead to carbon dioxide per capita per day. And if we do this calculation, it comes out to be 12 kilogram per day per capita. Now, I'm sure you are getting closer to a number or comparing this number with 200 grams of CO2 that we often talk about in the social media post. Now, I'm repeating one more time that CO2 emission per day per capita is about 12 kilogram. In this total emission of CO2, a large percentage is related with the electricity power sector and transport. Vital thing is between 2019 and 23, as we are progressing, as we are moving ahead, this of course total emission is increasing. It is certainly related with the development that is occurring across the globe. This emission has increased by about 900 metric ton, but there is a silver lining. Without advancement in the clean energy in these years, that is in solar, wind, nuclear, this emission growth would have been far higher than the current scenario. In India, strong GDP growth drove up the emission by around 190 metric tons. Also, a weak monsoon limited hydro production, contributing to the increase in total emission in 2023. However, still, per capita emission in India remains far below the world average and is about 5.4 kilogram day per capita. Now, we need to certainly minimize this CO2 emission by inculcating the green practices in our personal life, as well as advocating the necessary decisions for promoting sustainability. Now, having completed the first part, now we'll talk about what is a Wrinkles Acche Hai movement. Now, emission of CO2 is associated with ways of producing electricity and may depend on means of producing electricity, which could be thermoelectric, hydroelectric, nuclear or solar, etc. Under current scenario of ways of producing electricity, large portion is being produced by thermoelectrics, that is largely by burning the fossil fuel, and on an average 1 unit of electricity is associated with the production of 800 grams of CO2. Now, when I say 1 unit, what do we really mean by it? These are the units which are quoted in our electricity bill, but let us have a bit more or clearer understanding of it. Now, we use different appliances which has a different wattage. When we typically, let us say, we buy LED light or microwave oven, we know that we often talk about wattage. Different LED lights have a different wattage, and we use the light which is appropriate for the given room or requirement of the light conditions. Now, electric iron, let us talk about, which has the higher wattage amongst many of the appliances. Electric oven or electric iron, geyser, AC, these would be having higher wattage. Let us take for example electric iron, which is typically of the order of 1 kilowatt. And suppose we use this 1 kilowatt electric iron for 1 hour, then it amounts to consumption of 1 unit, 1 kilowatt for 1 hour, 1 kilowatt hour. So that means the 1 unit, and 1 unit of electricity is associated with 800 grams of CO2. Therefore, if we use electric iron for 15 minutes, because if we are ironing clothes for a day, we need to use electric press typically for 15 minutes, that is 1/4 of hour. So if I use electric press for 1 hour, it is associated with 800 grams of CO2 indirectly. It is linked to the production of 800 grams of CO2. So if we use for 15 minutes, that is 1/4 of that, that means 200 grams of CO2. So for ironing, if we do not iron the cloth on 1 day, then we would be able to avoid 200 grams of CO2. So that's all about wrinkles on your clothes, Acche Hai, because it is leading for the sustainability. That would be the easy green practice that we all can adopt. So after saying this, I would say that we should wear non-iron clothes on Monday. We should post our selfies and pictures with your friends, family members on social media with the hashtag WA. And further, to understand the carbon footprints and sustainability in a better perspective, I strongly urge to take up an self-paced free certificate course, that is energy literacy training. The link of the same is provided below. I look forward to all of you to complete energy literacy training and contribute and advocate for Wrinkles Acche Hai. Thank you.